And we see Nightmare leading the charge on that Red Master Skin Barbarian, Treble following up on the Uther, Pelion on Tassadar, Pythix, America Rainer, and Tojam and Earl on Diablo.
And in the red team, we have Descent playing Arthas, Hawkfu on Kerrigan, Notorious Dig on Rhaegar March, rocking the Demon Hunter, and on the best hero in the game, we have Suki playing Witch Doctor.
Yep, we have Suki on the Cyberwolf, no less. Fantastic choice and mounts there. So here we see, for the level 1 pressure, both teams emphasizing bottom side, but Clairvoyant actually having one top. Looks like he's going to meet up with his team at the tower. Do we expect to see any actual level 1 fighting here for either team?
If Tempest overcommits, I would be shocked. I think that Clairvoyant has the better one-on-one here with the Kerrigan Arthas. They just have so much damage potential.
Yeah, I think it's hard to argue against Kerrigan Arthas in the early game. The combination of the AoE, crowd control, and damage is just too good for fighting. And we see definitely Team Tempest understands that, and they don't go anywhere that they could possibly die here.
Yeah, they're playing very safe right now. We do have potential 4v4 in the bot lane, except for all of Tempest just showing themselves. We have 4 players here for Clairvoyant Gaming. We have Suki, Hawkfu, and Descent just chilling in the bush right now. Tempest is like, yeah, we're going to show you. We're not afraid right now.
Yeah, so Tempest, following Symbiote's advice and getting 4 men on the side that they have that Grave Golem, and here we see Tojam and Earl getting caught out. Witch Doctor follows up with that zombie wall, and they do manage to take down the really tanky Diablo, and now this is a 4v3. Team Tempest needs to disengage, but Hawkfu has the combo up, and he snares Pythix. That Rainer doesn't even get to trigger Adrenaline Overload, he just goes down.
It was a sick wall from Suki locking in that Diablo. You know, his team could have potentially tried to break down the wall on the other side to let him get out, but it was just a nasty engagement overall. Everyone had the perfect setup.
Really brutal, that early game fight on Arthas Kerrigan, landing 2 beautiful combos, securing first blood and a follow-up kill. That's going to be a hefty experience lead because neither team has missed any experience in the lanes. That's going to be the first time either team gets ahead. And then we see both teams just pulling back and taking their safe Siege Giants.
I really want to point out something that I like the Clairvoyant doing. They're using the Witch Doctor to roam. Normally you want Witch Doctor in a lane, but since this is a 2-lane map and bottom is easily ganked, they want someone like Vala down there who has the ball to get away from ganks. Witch Doctor, that's why he's weak, is because he has no outs. And
yeah,
I think it's really smart that they're using Witch Doctor as the roamer and not sitting on bot lane like most teams would.
Yeah, Witch Doctor definitely too fragile, too vulnerable to be in a lane alone. Keeping Vala there, really good idea, although they're going to lose their Siege Giants while Tempest has theirs full health. Are they going to try and force something with these in the bottom lane?
They might have to. I think they should just come out and clear it since, you know, Tempest isn't being too aggressive with this.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Tempest not being aggressive here and also not really utilizing that time that they had where they knew where Clairvoyant was going to go. I would have liked to see them try and make something with that, maybe roam in a position to set up a party brush or go for some mercenaries or something, but it feels like these 4 people down here are not being hyper effective. They're not really threatening Vala. She's getting the experience, she's really doing whatever she wants. I don't see this as being very efficient, whereas Team Clairvoyant actually snagging another Siege Giant camp.
And their mine should be opening up soon, so we should be seeing the teams go for that. And there they go. We'll have to see how many of each team goes in. We're seeing Clairvoyant getting pretty aggressive here with this Kerrigan Arthas. They're going to try and go for a pull here. Phelan does land a storm right now. It is currently a 4 versus 4. Sonya is in, or 4 versus 3. Sonya's in the mines bottom and Rainer is bottom as well. And here we go, 3 members from Clairvoyant Gaming going into the mines.
Yep, we see 3 men in the mines, 2 men top, splitting the XP of the lanes. This is exactly like Symbiote was doing last game. Let's see if we can see such a commanding play out of Clairvoyant. Now, Tempest looks like they're doing what a lot of teams did against Symbiote, where they just take topside mercenaries. This didn't turn out very well for them in the past. Let's see if Tempest can do better.
Currently, the mines are definitely going to be in favor of Clairvoyant. Tempest has to do something, so they just can't let them get all of the skulls. They are going to go for the Knights right now, which is, you know, it's an okay choice, but they have to go into the mines soon. They're already at a huge disadvantage when it comes to skulls. 36-4 right now.
Yeah. We've seen all of our Haunted Mines games so far today. The first team in the mines just wins. They just get so many skulls, they get to clear out all those small camps, and they get the experience lead because those skulls are worth the small camps in the mines in the early game are worth a lot of experience. It's well worth going down there and clearing those out. Even if they didn't give you skulls, it would be worth it because the experience is so good. So here we see the team 8-56. not as much as I would have expected, but now Team Clairvoyant is coming back to the top side. They're dealing with those mercenaries. Do you think that's right? Do you think they should have kept going for those skulls? What's Clairvoyant going to do on this top side now?
They want to do as much damage to this top wall as possible. You know, they've got their golem pushing here soon. If you look at the bottom wall, their wall, it's taking a decent amount of damage. So the golem's going to have an easier time breaking through that. That's got to be their plan here. Good use of the mule, though, keeping this top lane as healthy as possible. And that's really the thing that's going in favor of Tempest right now. Is they're doing a good job of making sure they have ammo and they're keeping their walls alive.
Yeah, Clairvoyant didn't get as commanding of a skull lead as Symbiote did in those games. We've seen him engage on Trouble, but he's Uther, he's behind a wall. It's going to be hard to take him down.
Uther always walks away.
Yeah, and we see Clairvoyant does manage to clear out that wall, though, so they're a little bit ahead in base damage in their Golem lane. And they have a slight lead in experience, level 9 to level 7. This is going to be hard for Tempest. I think what Tempest really needs to do here is disengage from this top side and just try and trade for the bottom fort, because they will not be able to defend this when that Grave Golem shows up.
There's going to be a huge engagement soon. They'll have level 10. There will be no Apocalypse to interrupt the Witch Doctor. And we saw from the last game, we saw Suki on Witch Doctor. He's really good at positioning and avoiding the short-range interrupts. This is going to be brutal. I mean, they're at least going to lose this fort. There's no saving that. Will they be able to stop the keep from falling?
It's a good question. We see the mule coming down here, and it's going to get some healing on, but it's concerning that those mercenaries are still not dead. Like, Clairvoyant still has a Siege Giant left. It's done a lot of damage. Tempest just has not cleared that yet. They finally get it down. And this is a 1/3 health fort that the mule is unfortunately not healing. Now it's going to target that. But that mule's going to get taken down by that root from the Grave Golem, and this fort is gone. That's going to give them level 10. And we see Tempest now has to head for the hills.
Fort does fall. They're going to have to fall behind their wall. Level 10. It's going to be so brutal. It looks like Tempest is going to try and take a few camps. I mean, their golem is taking that wall now. The towers were already down, so easy take for that. Might get that fort, but they might lose their inner keep. And once you have catapults spawning, even at this early in the game, it's brutal to deal with because these things don't respond.
Yeah. Ooh. Team Clairvoyant taking a page out of Symbiote's book. Got that Syndragosa, and they're hard engaging on this keep. Huge Wick Doctor ult takes down 3 people. And that is going to be a 4-for-0 for Team Clairvoyant.
Something with Haunted Minds, man. I mean, they lead to short games, quick wins, and it looks like we're seeing... Hawkfu got Ultralisk to end the game.
Yeah, we had an Ultralisk
situation where that's viable.
Yeah. It looks like Team Clairvoyant should be focused on the core at this point. It looks like they're making a mistake in fighting this Tempest team, although March has the right idea. He's on the core. Does he have enough damage? Oh, he's hitting the backside.
Except for Hawkins, they've got this.
Yeah, they do have this.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool to see these kind of things. We saw the Syndragosa, which we saw earlier today from SMG, which helped them take that fort. Then we saw the Ultralisk. Ultralisk is highly regarded as potentially the worst heroic in the game, and we just saw a team effectively use it. Now, let's say that somehow Tempest held this push, and then Clairvoyant didn't follow up with the ending. It would have been a horrendously awkward game with them using Ultralisk the whole time.
Yeah, the Syndragosa Ultralisk combo is not very widely feared. That would have been kind of embarrassing to end up losing the game after that, but they did manage to take it down in a very fast game, 8 minutes and 10 seconds, even faster than the Symbiote's last win, and man, another really fast Mines game. Do you think something needs to be done about the Mines? At this point, we've seen whoever gets the edge in that first push and manages to push with their Golem, and we've seen a 3-0 for the top side Golem.
Yeah, I think so. We heard SMG talk about how it kind of matters if they spawn top, and they'll win with that, but they do well on bottom as well. It's hard to say. I mean, you definitely have to take in the fact that it's not symmetric. I mean, that's something that is a problem, but is it that big of a problem? Because you don't, like, every map doesn't have to be perfectly balanced. You want maps where you can abuse certain objectives to your end, as long as the other team has something to abuse from their spawn point.
Yeah.
It's a hard call to make. I mean, I think these were just all brutal games. Less the map, just well execution from one team and not as well from the other. It's hard to say.
Well, definitely another fast Haunted Mines game there. Really interesting play by Team Clairvoyant to pull that